Okay, so I have my composite or my gesture, my sketch. This is my plan right here. I'm going to consult here, and I did most of my mapping out of what I'm going to do here with my see here my vanishing points, each one of these perspective points, my vanishing line here, the horizon line. All right. And then I have this pretty much squared out of how I want to do it, and so I'm going to copy this over to my final drawing, and I'm just going to replicate it. Okay, so first things first, I think what I'm going to do is, again, I want to just sketch this out. I'm going to sharpen my HB pencil. And I'm just going to place some of these items. I'm going to lightly sketch out where they are, really sketchily. Make my horizon line. In fact, I'll draw that out here. And I understand, you know, we're using this larger 18 by 24 paper, and it's still not, I mean, trying to fill this, make this image bigger on this 18 by 24 paper may not be totally happening. You know, it might just end up being the same size as what it is on the sketch, and that's okay, because we have so much going on here with how far the vanishing, the horizon line goes. The main point here is that we're just trying to draw these elements and draw this out with as much as the correct perspective as possible, and to understand our perspective and how it works. Oops. All right, this isn't a test. Remember that. This isn't a test. This is all about the process and the learning. Don't worry about your grade. Don't worry about what points you get. You guys are going to do fine. All that really matters here is that you're learning. You're learning how to draw. And the proper way of doing perspective. All right, so let's see here. I've got, and so yeah, I'm going to just kind of sketch this out. Going for my sketch, I see that I have, this is my table. Just going out here. Table, and yeah, mostly there, right, okay, and I have edge of the table. I'm just sketching this out. I'm not going too in depth into it. Let's see, I think that's actually something else here, and you know, I'm just kind of, I'm placing my objects. Where do they go? Where do they go in relation to each other? Sketching it out light. You can probably barely see it here. I'm just sketching out lightly so I can place it. Excuse me. Okay. I got my cylinder up here. This box here. Let's see. There we go. So we'll just kind of lay this out here. All right, so I could see where my vanishing points go to. Got one here, got another one here, got another one here, got another one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. Looks like another one here. I'm just copying it straight from my composite or my my sketch that I did initially. Okay, and so now I'm just going to go ahead and lay these out. Here we go. I'm doing the edge of the table. Let's see where I sketched it. And right over here. Yeah, let's do this one. All right. And let's see. So I got this point here, this one here, and this is going to right over here, as I've confirmed in my sketch that I originally did, right? That's right. So go ahead and draw right to it. And right there. And right there. And I'm going to go ahead and draw here. This is going to go. Where is this going? I guess it goes to the same one over here, huh? I guess so. Okay. Where's this one going to? So this one in the back is going right over there. So right. And this one going over here. to them. Okay. So here I'm going to make the bottom of this this cone, and I want to make this circular within a square that I'm going to lay down here, and I showed you guys how to do this before, and I'll go ahead and do that a little bit now. Let's see, I want to so I'm just laying down a square here, and that's going to help me create my ellipse. All right, I'm trying to get my kind of best guess at what a square is going to look like here proportionally. It's actually going to go right there. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, and I can see if I go across here and go from each corner here, you can see that. You see what I did? I went from this corner to that corner and that corner to that corner of this laid down square, and then I could find the center. There's where the center is. And that center, I can then go back to my vanishing point, the same vanishing point that I've been using for each end of this thing. I have several vanishing points here, but I'm just using this one, these two. These are just really, for each one of these objects, you're going to have 2 vanishing points. That's really all you're concerned about. Where they lie on the line is dependent on the angle that they're turned towards the camera. But right here, anyways, I see that here's the center, here's center, here's center, and here's the center. Okay? So I know that when I do a circle in here, the circle, each point of the center is where that circle will actually touch. It's not going to have corners because it's a circle. So I'm just cutting out the corners here. And this way I'm making this circle or ellipse according to the perspective that I've established here. So there I have it. There's my circle within that, and then I just make a line going straight up for the top of the sphere, cone, and then I make a line going from this side. I make a line going from this side, and I know that my cone is kind of cut off at the top, right? It doesn't go exactly to a point, but my lines have led to a point, and so I just go ahead and draw that in. There we go. There's my cone, my cube. I have right back here I have another cylinder. Let's see, the cylinder will go right about here. And this cylinder I've also have placed, and then another cylinder on top of it, of course. And this cylinder will be also composed of another a cube. It can fit within a cube. And in that same way, each one of these ellipses is just like here. It's made on the top and the bottom, and I can do it the same way. And I'm making what looks like a square, what I can figure out to be a square. And I can do this even here by going here. Here's my halfway point here of the ellipse, and I can see here this is about halfway. This should be my center, right? Now if I go here and I go right here to my perspective line from center, this one I'm doing a little bit differently than how I did that first one, because I've already sketched out my ellipse. I want to fit within that, and I go here Okay, and then I can see where these kind of fit with my ellipse. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and draw this as a square. Let's say this is going here. This is going here. And I'm going to go here. You know, if this is a little too complicated, don't worry. Just do the best you can. And if you keep doing this, you keep at this, one day you will understand what I'm talking about. You'll be able to follow along. And I get it. I'm on video. I'm trying to show this to you. It's probably hard to see. And I have all these other things stacked in right amongst it. Okay, I get that. So don't worry. Just do the best you can. Okay, so I'm going to draw this line going down here. Down from these corners of my cube. And right about here is where I'm going to place my other line at the bottom. There. And let's see. Here, and then I'll go ahead and do that here. Okay, and then if I go straight down from the center points that I made in the top, and I will go ahead and draw in my ellipse on the top here, and I can see where it would line up here, bottom. Now on the bottom, I'll repeat the same thing. I see the center here, I have a center here, and I'll go ahead and draw this ellipse from this point. And I already see where it has a line going from the top to bottom here. And there we go. Okay? So now I have quite a bit here. And I can even do the same thing here. I have this other cylinder here. Let's see. Yeah, I already have the center line. I could even use that for my other cylinder. All right, so I've kind of just gone halfway in between here, and let's see. Straight up here. Okay, make this one go from here. I'm just watching the angle. If I make imagine this cylinder as a big brick, what is this angle going to be? If all these ends were squared up, what is this going to be? Okay, and that gives me a good idea of you know, this one I've kind of created on the inside of the cylinder, and that gives me a good idea of the angle the top of my cylinder will be at, and in fact it's almost flat. Okay. Circle, no big deal. It's a circle wherever, you know, where a circle is a circle. A sphere is a sphere, no matter what angle you got it at. Same here. And finally, I'm going to have this one facing here. This is the circular thing. Okay, let's go right over here. Just go straight up and down here. Okay. So now, if I find the center of this, which I'll go from one corner to the other, and one corner to the other, and there it is, and I trace that from my perspective, from my vanishing points. Oops. And right here, right here. Okay, and then I can just see where this will now turn into a circle. I can see that it's going to touch right here. Yeah, I'm going to round off these corners and touch right here. Okay, so I'm finding my center here again and here on the bottom. Where's that circle? Okay, now I'm doing the same with the back. You can see here, I can see where I went to the back of the line, of the square, the cube, and so I'm just repeating that. This one goes here. Let's go into each one of these. Let's see here. This goes to right here, and this one goes to right there. Okay, so now I'm going to also go here and make one on the inside. And this one, I'm needing a little bit of a measurement. I think that I made this a little bit short, but that's okay. And if I were to take this and go to my vanishing point, get a good idea of where this is going to go. All right, so now I've done just about all of this. I think I got another sphere right here. Okay, so I'm going to clean up a little bit. Clean up all these construction lines here. I'm using my gummy eraser because I know that I can mold this into, say, a little corner and get in here and kind of go in between the lines here to erase without having to erase all of my lines and clean it up a bit. Okay, so here we go. And all right, now if I go ahead and I can use one of my heavier pencils, a 4B and a 6B and a 2B and so on, just to darken it up. What I have here, 6B, my 4B. Okay. Okay, and so I'm taking, I'll start off with my 6B, and I'll just go here and items closest to me. And go ahead and draw my line. I'm using my ruler over again. Okay. Put more pressure on the corners than then in the middle, and you get some of that lost and found. Meaning it'll be a little bit, I'll start off thicker over here. Going off from the distance, it'll go a little bit lighter on my pressure. Right? Okay. All right, and I start going into these ones in the middle. Here I'll do my 4B. So okay. Right here over this flat circle thingy. What do you call this? There's a proper geometric term for it. I don't remember. That's okay. And let's see, I got another one here. All right, and I have a few more here. Let's see. Okay. And here we go. All right. And do this here. This to And over here. All right. Okay. Let's see. Over here. All right, and I think I have this over here with the paper. Just move it over. Put it right here. All right, so that's about it, I think. Let's see, go right over here and then down. And there we go. And we have it. You know, that's pretty much it. I mean, I can keep fidgeting with this over and over and over, but I think you get the main gist here of what we're doing. And let's see. Let's see the bottom of the table there. There we go. Alrighty, and that's pretty much what there is to it. You see, I added all the vanishing points that I have in here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 vanishing points that each one of these objects is split up with. Basically 2 vanishing points for each object is what it goes to. Please email me if you have any questions. It probably will be. Don't worry about it. I'll answer all your questions. All right? Thank you.